Welcome! Those of us who collect plants collect them very often because they are unusual, because they are very difficult to obtain, and we are very happy when we have a plant that no one else has. But there are also plants that are very popular, that are quite common, and yet they are beautiful. And they are as spectacular as the plants that are very rare and precious. And one of those plants is Hoya. This is Hoya carnosa. And I've had it for years, for many years. I got it as a very small cutting from someone who has a large specimen with plenty of stems, plenty of dark green leaves and no flowers. And when I planted this plant here in this spot, it keeps blooming and blooming, and as you can see, it's not that long at all. There is another stem that goes here, and this one has 3 flowers. Here is one. I will go the other way. I will go from the end till the beginning of the stem. So here is one flower, and then we go up, 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 and there is a flower just in the corner here. And one right here. And the person who gave me this plant, who gave me a cutting of this plant, asked me once what I am doing that makes this plant small, not too long, that keeps it very compact and makes it bloom constantly or almost constantly. And my answer is I don't know. The only thing I know is that I keep it in a rather sunny spot, in a very small pot. I water it very irregularly, sometimes a lot. Sometimes I keep it dry, depending on when I remember, depending on the mood. And sometimes I fertilize it, sometimes I don't. The soil, there is not that much soil in this pot. It is a very sandy substrate, and there is some soil, but I think after so many years of this plant being here, there is not that much for the plant to feed on. So it's a very, it is not a very rich in nutrients substrate, but I do fertilize it sometimes. I'm not sure whether it is because of a very poor substrate, nutrient deprived substrate, or is it because there is this is a sunny spot. The leaves on this Hoya are quite light in color. They are green, but quite light green, and the specimen that I took the cuttings from has, as I said, plenty of stems that are quite tangled, beautiful, but very dark green and no flowers at all. And the other specimen is in a relative shade. It is maybe not in a very dark spot, but at the same time it's certainly not a sunny spot where this plant, where the other plant is. When I am watering the plant, I am filling the container with water, and that's quite a lot of water that is there. And then I forget, and then I do it again, maybe next week, maybe in 2 weeks' time. And in the summertime, especially when I see that the flowers are about to grow, or in spring, because we are still in spring. It's mid-June right now, so when the plant is blooming, I water it a little bit more. Hoyas are very interesting because their flowers are very fragrant. There is a very strong scent that they release, and because they are pollinated by night pollinators, but by insects that are by insects that are active at night, by moths. The scent is released at night. And at night the room is filled with a very sweet smell, which disappears during the day, and during the day there is maybe a little trace of it only. Hoyas became very popular. There are many species of Hoyas available right now in stores or at plant sales, and some of the Hoya species are quite difficult and quite moody, quite difficult to keep alive, not to mention blooming. And this one is very, very easy. It needs to be watered once in a while. Again, the watering requirements are not very specific. It can grow in any type of substrate, and it blooms really easily. Okay, so here again, here are the stems. Look how beautiful this Hoya is. Look how beautiful it is. Look at this flower. I hope it is visible that this flower is heavy with nectar. There are droplets of nectar hanging down from the flowers. So the shiny thing that you can see on the that is underneath the flowers is nectar that is attracting the moths in at night. I don't have any moths, so this nectar will be wasted. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my video. I'm inviting you to watch my other videos about other plants that I have made that are posted on my YouTube channel. Have an amazing day.